times on the big show. You know that, Scott. We love it. We smile. We have a lot of fun. This is Justice Matters, Jacoby and Meyers. We talked to Michael Akiva, attorney and managing partner. He comes up with all, we have questions we give him, and he answers all the questions. We can't stump the guy. It's impossible.
No chance.
There's no way.
No chance at all. Michael Akiva, how are you doing on this fine day?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
You got it.
Perfect. We love having you, man, especially because we can get these questions answered. Some of them, I would say most of them complicated. We have no idea what the answers are. And you come in and you got it. You're like, stand back, I got this. So you ready to go today?
I always am.
All right, let's do this. This question comes in. I have uninsured motorist coverage, but I don't really understand how it works. This feels like a question for you and me.
Did you write this?
I have it, but I don't know what it is.
Right.
Michael Akiva, can you shed some light on what that is?
For sure. So it's funny because you're legally required to have insurance, but you're not legally required to understand what you're paying for. So, before I became an attorney, I had no idea what all those line items in an insurance policy meant. Comprehensive coverage, collision coverage, medical payments, all these different coverages that just didn't make any sense. So made simple, uninsured motorist coverage is essentially if someone hits you and they don't have insurance, car insurance, you could go after your own insurance carrier for your injuries. So if you went to the hospital, if you have some medical bills, if you have some pain and suffering, you can actually go after them as if though they were recovering the car that hit you.
Oh.
And it won't affect your insurance premiums. It won't affect your status, meaning it won't give you a point on your record or anything like that, because it's a coverage you actually pay for. So you have two options when you get insurance. You can either take the coverage, which is always assumed you do, unless you go with option 2, which is you waive it. So you have to sign a waiver saying, I don't want to protect myself. And so those are the only two options. And if you choose to protect yourself, you'll notice there's a small line item on your insurance policy statement or your declarations page that says, uninsured motorist coverage. And then there's a dollar value next to it, which is how much you're paying per month, per quarter, per year for that. It's typically a small amount.
Yeah, relatively.
So I always advise people you might as well get it because you don't want to be left in a situation where you get hit or injured by someone who doesn't have insurance.
Right. And it's always taken that risk, but that seems like it is a good risk to take, right? If it's especially a small amount. So it's really helping us for someone, really laying it out for, in all cases. And it's always great to have more protections than not, I'm assuming you would say.
No doubt. There's no reason not to have it. Again, from a cost perspective, the most expensive part of your policy is going to be your bodily injury coverage. And if you have full coverage on your car, so either comprehensive or collision, those three line items will typically take up the lion's share of your monthly or your annual premiums.
All right. Okay. 30, 60, 15. He taught us that.
Oh, he did.
Well, you remember?
Yeah, absolutely. That's how we learn. All right. Here's another one. We'll finish off with this one. I was rear-ended by a delivery truck on Broadway, and now the insurance company is giving me the runaround. How can I make sure that I get compensated?
Broadway's a tough street here in Sacktown.
Coming right down Broadway.
Yeah. There's so many different runarounds the insurance company has at their disposal. They might give you a runaround for legal reasons, for liability. They might do coverage runarounds. They might just do runarounds with respect to they want statements and they want to over document the file more so than they need. And so it really depends what's going on. But easiest answer I can give you is call an attorney. There's no reason to have to do this alone. Our firm, for instance, we work on a contingency fee, so you'll never pay us out of your pocket for any of the work we do. And so there's no risk, no harm to calling the attorney and getting some advice to figure out what to do. These insurance adjusters, these insurance companies that protect, for instance, this delivery truck, they handle thousands, hundreds of thousands of accidents a year. If you're involved in one, guess what? There's a humongous disparity between how much information you have on the next steps versus that insurance adjuster. And so bringing an attorney involved just helps to level that playing field, because now I know what the rules are, I know what the next steps are, just like that insurance company and that insurance adjuster.
You better believe he knows the rules.
He does. You should have called him because you remember you got rear-ended by a big truck,
by a
delivery truck, not hardcore.
On the freeway, got banged from behind. Wasn't his fault though.
Yeah, of course not.
Somehow, but it was. At the end of the day, it kind of was his fault.
Yeah. He had to fess up to that one.
That's right. Michael Akiva, you're the best, man. Appreciate you always coming in, answering these questions, and give him a call when you need to. JacobyandMyers.com is the web QR code you could scan for a little more information, and that favorite phone number of yours.
Love it. 800-5 million.
Let's go.
So good.